In the UK and the rest of the developed nations, we have a very comfortable living system that caters for most types of people. However, we still, in the UK and the West, have our own problems with poverty and unemployment. We have a system that allows us to live fairly comfortably. However, there is a big divide between the rich and the poor. There are areas in cities around the world, such as London, New York and Paris, where it is very, very expensive to live in. And it causes people, ordinary people, to move out of these areas because they cannot live in these cities. It becomes far too expensive. However, when you come to countries like Bangladesh and you see the living conditions of the people in Bangladesh, our problems over in the West seem so small, so trivial. We can often describe some of the everyday problems that we face in the UK and the West as first world problems. Problems such as parking and getting a ticket for it. Problems such as losing data on a hard drive and we lose hair over it. These problems don't even come close to the struggles and difficulties being faced by millions in less developed nations such as Bangladesh. People here struggle to eat and live each day not knowing from where their meal will come from again. They say, give a man a fish and he will eat for a day. But teach a man how to fish and he will eat for a lifetime. Helping Humanity, this organization, seeks not to just feed a family for a day, a week or a month, but its objective is to create a sustainable income for people through grassroots projects such as delivery of rickshaws and sewing machines to the poor and the destitute. A typical rickshaw driver in this country barely makes between 200 to 400 takas a day. That's the equivalent of about £2, maybe £3 a day. Out of this, he has to earn this money and look after his family. He has to pay the rental fee for the rickshaw. He has to pay for the education of his children. He has to buy the clothes that he wears on his own back. And this is why often you will find that these rickshaw drivers wear soiled clothing. A sewing machine for these women will ensure the empowerment of women, because it is very, very difficult for women to work in countries such as Bangladesh other than in places like other people's houses, as you know, doing little chores here and there. Of course, in bigger cities, women are far more empowered and they have good jobs and careers. However, we are talking about village life here. In the village, it is very, very difficult for a woman to go out and be able to contribute to the cost of living for her family. Inshallah, these things, these are very, very small things that Helping Humanity has brought here today, but they will go a long way to facilitate the development of smaller villages and communities. These items are not the solutions to the problems that we see in Bangladesh. However, they will alleviate, inshallah, some of the difficulties that the people face. The people who are actually a very hard-working people, a people who are very willing and committed when they are given the opportunity to do so. Jazakumullah khair. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
She has got 4 members in the family, and all would be helped by this support of using the machine.
আমি তারার লইগে হাসাফ নামাজ পড়ে দোয়া করব, কুরআন তেলাওয়াত করব। আমার ছেলেও দিছি ফুলতলি সাববাড়ি, ছেলেও দোয়া করব আল্লাহ আমার সংসার উন্নত করুক, আর তারার আল্লাহ দুনিয়া আখিরাতে শান্তি দিত। আমার 4টা মেয়ে কুরআন শরীফ পড়বার প্রতি আল্লাহ এটা 3টা মেয়ে কুরআন শরীফ পড়তা তো।
He is very grateful and he is vulnerable. He regards himself as very vulnerable in the society because he hasn't got any legs. Amputed, and that's why he needs to move around for the family as well. He needs to earn the money because his movement is very limited. So he is very eager to get this পরিচয়।